my project is called Effects from Domestic Abuse. My topic question is, what are the long-term effects on women who suffer through domestic abuse? The reason why I chose my topic question is because I've seen a lot of this in my household and in others, and I thought I could help with it if I could get the word out there and have people know about the information. The statistics is women ages 18 to 34 are at greatest risk of becoming victims of domestic violence. More than 4 million women experience physical assault by rape by their partners. In 2 out of 3 female homicide cases, females are killed by family members or an intimate partner. 1 in 5 children are exposed to intimate partner violence each year, and 90% of these children are eyewitnesses to violence every day. What is domestic abuse? Domestic abuse can be defined as a pattern of behavior in any relationship that is used to gain or maintain power and control over an intimate partner. Abuse is physical, sexual, emotional, economic, or physiological actions or threats of actions that influence another person. Signs that abuser is not changing. So you can read that. And they have to, like for an example, have to push him to stay in treatment. Says that he can't change unless you stay with him and support him. Tries to get sympathy from you or from your children or your family members or friends. Expects something from you in exchange for getting help, or pressures you into making decisions about the relationship. Types of domestic abuse. There are 4 types of abuse, and physical violence is the actions that directly impact the health of the victim. For example, a story that just happened not long ago when a mother of a 4-year-old daughter chained her daughter into the basement to go to work without spending money on babysitting. And sexual violence is the victims will be forced to have sex without their agreement. For example, these are the incest acts between father and daughter, as the case of an Austrian who had sex with his 14-year-old daughter. He has a child with his own daughter now. So mental violence is, in this situation, the victims will be revealed or do not have the necessary care for them or from the abuser in any form. Statistics show that in mental violence, it is one of the main reasons causing the depression of many women today. And social violence, last one. In social violence, many victims are often forbidden to have any contact with their family or friends, or the victim will be economically blocked, and it must be subject to the abuser. As in, like, the abuser won't give them money to go get gas, to go to the store. They won't give them any chances to go anywhere. What can you do to help? Okay, so your support can make the biggest difference ever. So this guide will help you in supporting female and male victims of abuse. Throughout the guide, we refer to the victim as she for simplicity and because the majority of victims today are women. However, we encourage supporters of men who are being abused to this guide as well, because there are both, not just women, there are men as well. You have to respect her, well, you don't have to, but you should respect her decisions and help her find her ways to becoming a stronger and safer woman with herself and getting her confidence back, because the abuser will probably take her confidence away from her. And these are all of the people that helped me get here today, because they encouraged me and helped me along the way. Any questions?
So did you have any field experiences that you were able to do any research and
Yes,
interviews, etc.?
we went to the thrift center, the Heart and Hand Thrift Center, and there I interviewed two women one woman who has been through the system. She lost her children because she was alcohol abuse, and she couldn't take care of them, so she lost her children. And then she got into the system of Heart and Hand, and they gave her a job and a house and a meal plan, and they helped her get back on her feet and get sober. And she has a 3-month token for being sober. Yeah, and they say when she gets her 4-month token that she can get her children back. So she was almost there. She was telling me that that next month, which was like last month, so she probably has them now, but that she's gonna get her children back. And then there's an older woman there that I talked to, and she's not in the system, she just works there, but she should get in the system because she's in an abusive relationship right now, and she told me that she's trying to get away for her children, but she's having difficulties in that. So
Are there places women can go if they're being...
Yes, there's the YWCA, there's Heart and Hand, there's another one, I think it's called Sunshine on the something. It's another one, but it's not here, it's in Alabama. But that's why I didn't know that name.
So what was the most difficult task for you about this?
I would have to say finding organizations to help interview and talk to, because a lot of them are private and they don't give any information out because of the abuse. Because they might think that this is the abuser trying to get back at the women that they have safely secured. So it was really hard to try and get information about them because, you can't really say anything.
So did it make you get frustrated or anything?
No, I just called a bunch of places and I kept trying to say that I need this for my project, and then one of them finally did. And that was the YWCA, and I interviewed her as well.
So did it give you confidence to be able to talk on the phone to people?
Yeah, a little more.
What about interviewing people you don't know in person?
I think on the phone is better because I don't have to look at their face. But yeah.
But you could interview someone in person now?
Yeah, because I did the phone interview first, and then I did the 2 face-to-face interviews later.
And so, go ahead.
What do you think the most important thing you learned was? Or the thing that'll stick with you?
That every woman has a chance to get better and to better achieve herself if she just puts in the effort. And if she doesn't have a support system, there are always people around that could help her, even if she doesn't know them, that she could still help them.
Do you think you'll take what you've learned with that to college?
Yes, I think I will.
Are you going to be an advocate then?
I'm going to try to be, yeah.
And so what was the most difficult thing, or what suggestions would you have for anybody trying to do a capstone project, or because this is just like college, so to do a project of any kind, what suggestions would you have?
If you get frustrated, keep going because it can get really frustrating sometimes, and you just have to keep going over the bumps because every road has bumps. It just matters how big they are and if you can climb over them.
And what suggestion with core academics, what did you learn the most with your core academics?
Core academics, like
Math, science reading, social studies?
what's the thing that I learned most from that?
Like what did you use from those?
Oh, from here. I used a lot of writing, like all of the English skills I used in all of the essays, and I use math skills to help with the statistics because after they gave me the statistics, I wanted to do the math and redo it and make sure that it was correct.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure that it was correct before I put it in this or the paper.
Anybody else have any questions?
Does your paper have all your citations, like where you got everything from?
In the very, very bottom page, yeah. Yeah, I gotta put those in there.
Is there one picture there that you could tell us about other than the thrift store picture? And if not, that's okay.
Right. This one right here.
Good, that's the one I was most curious about.
Yeah. we went to a women's shelter, and we tried to interview some women, and we couldn't really because, like I said, the information is locked down. And then they had like it's a caterpillar made out of little chairs, and you can't see the head in it, but Maria's the antennas.
So when you say we went, that was this
That
class?
was a Capstone, yeah.
Okay.
And we went to the shelter and we tried to talk to them.
Thank you.
How many women did you interview that were?
3, I think. Three.
Three that were victims? Did you notice?
2 that was victims. One that was her name was Melanie, and she's in charge of the organization YWCA, and I interviewed her because she was in charge of it. And then 2 victims.
When you were talking with the 2 victims, did you notice any similarities in their situation and their ways of overcoming? Not necessarily what had happened to them, but like maybe their mentality?
Well, the younger one that was trying to get her children back, she had her confidence, and she was talking to me like, standing up straight. She was actually looking at me in my eyes. And then the older one that hadn't get out of the situation, she was like, I don't know, she was like slouching, and she wouldn't look at me. She was like, she kept looking at the floor. So I don't know if that means anything, but I feel like.
What does it mean to you?
I think that since the older one was still in that situation, that he was still, taking stuff away. Like beating her down with emotions and her confidence, and so she didn't have that back. But the younger one did, because she was in the YWCA organization, and they helped her. It threw it.
Anything else? You have one? Okay, thank you very much.